All right, let's move into chapter 10. Chapter 10 deals with meiosis. And the function of meiosis is to make gametes. All right. So before, we're showing a family here because how you get the kids is you got to make egg and sperm cells, right? So before we get into meiosis in general, we have to talk about some terms. And one of these is homologous chromosomes. And these are two chromosomes that carry the same genes. So one of these, and this is showing what is known as a karyotype. And a karyotype is where we line up all of our chromosomes, the same chromosomes. So what we're saying here is on chromosome number 1 from your mom and chromosome number 1 from your dad is they're going to carry the same genes. So, if the gene for hairy toes is here, well, you're going to find it for there as well. Okay? Now, those genes could be exactly the same or different versions of the same gene. So one example I like to do a lot is if you take your hands and you put them together, you notice that when I put my hands together, I right thumb on top. Well, not everybody does that. A lot of people fold their hands this way where left thumb is on top, and that's what's comfortable for them. Now, if you don't think this is a genetic trait, right, if you are one or the other, you have to put all of your fingers and intertwine them the other way, and you'll find that that is fairly uncomfortable. And yeah, so this is a genetic trait. Some of us right thumb on top, some of us left thumb on top, all right? So that gene would be found at the same, so those are alternate versions of a gene, which we call alleles. So an allele is an alternate form of a gene. So either, the gene is a hand clasping gene, so it's either right thumb on top or left thumb on top. So those would be found at the same location. So let's say the gene was right there. I don't know why this is not writing in the same area that it should, but whatever. So if the gene was here, we would find it there on the other chromosome as well. All right? And so this is what we call a locus, and that's the location of a gene on a chromosome. All right? So most of these chromosomes that we see here are what are known as autosomes. Those are the non-sex chromosomes. And those chromosomes are the same between the sexes. So whether you're male or female, so whatever trait that is on there, you're going to find that trait in both males and females, right? So this would be like hair color or skin color or whatever, those kind of traits, all right? So this is 44 chromosomes or 22 pairs of them, all right? Next are the sex chromosomes. So this is showing a male here, so that's sex chromosomes. These are chromosomes that determine whether an individual is male or female, all right? So there's only one pair or two chromosomes here. So XY is male, XX is female. Now, if we look at the human life cycle, this is the life cycle for most animals, we're going to start off with a diploid adult, and in their gonads, whether it's ovary or testes, we're going to undergo meiotic divisions, and we're going to produce haploid gametes. They're going to come together at fertilization to produce a diploid zygote. And then through mitosis, that's going to get us back to the adults, right? So fertilization is a fusion of egg and sperm nuclei, and a zygote is a fertilized egg. So let's move on. Let's take a break.